All right, welcome everyone. I'm glad we could chit chat a bit and be here together. Um, for our Disney Dreaming Day, we're gonna have to come up with, we'll have some new themes for next month. Remember that our team calls are the first and third Thursday of every month. And the reason we're spacing them out like that is so that we have opportunities to join the Diesel Nation calls. Those are usually more like training focused, more business focused. And our calls are just going to be more community based. All right. We will have times where if there's enough like interest in something, I can definitely teach you on certain topics or things like that. But for now, as we are all building our teams, the whole idea is that you girls will bring new people in and invite them to our team calls. I even think that if we continue like this, we totally could open it up to customers and mute yourself, guys. We could open it up to customers and just see, just this is for everyone. The reason why we're committing to these now also is so that we can all get involved and just like, if each person brings one person, we can, continue building our team. So anyways, first and third Thursday of every month. Um, by way of announcements, September 21st is going to be a big day. They're launching Mix and Body. And I mean, I know that there's huge buzz around like Peloton and the bikes. And I think, Elizabeth, you already own a bike. Do you guys already own bikes? Does anyone here already own but is yours a Peloton, Elizabeth?
No, I didn't want to pay for that. So I found a way to cheat the system before Beachbody did it. I got a $300 bike on Amazon and then paid for the $15 Peloton membership. And so did it that way. If you own their bike, Pelotons, you have to pay a $45 membership a month, plus their whatever thousands of dollar bikes. So I didn't do that. I figured I'll do the Amazon bike and read like tons of reviews. So I got a good bike.
And how much was your bike?
360. Like I read reviews that you've got to get the flywheel on the front, and I can share the link in our group if it works with the new one that they're doing. But it's been quiet because that's a big thing. If you get a stationary bike, you don't want it loud. So the flywheel, which is the big wheel in the front, you want it to be weighted. And then I got a cushioned seat cover for it because it really hurts your butt when you first start doing it because it's different than a regular bike. And then I got a mat too. So, but I canceled the Peloton membership and now I just watch like sitcoms and ride for like 30 minutes, but I don't know. I'm interested to see what Beachbodies is going to be like.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's why I kind of loved being at the gym. I would just do the elliptical and watch the TVs, and it's kind of nice to just zone out, get the cardio in and zone out. So, well, anyways, let's just stay tuned with that, guys. I know that was it tonight? Are we having a team call on the same night? There was a mandatory team call tonight, was it?
I don't know.
Let me see. Yeah, mandatory team call. Oh no, Monday the 20th. So I guess the day before. So I'll post the link in our team page. Yes, ma'am?
Computer isn't working. I tried typing something up and it just highlights it.
I know, it's very slow. Can you ask your dad to help you, please?
He's not gonna help me. He's gonna say, ask you.
No, tell him I'm on team call and you need help. He is gonna help you. Tell him. Anyways, the 20th, I'll post that in our team page and Christina's just going to be talking about it. It's going to be interesting because we're going to be selling these, $1,500-$1,300 bikes. I'm just curious, like who's going to buy from us? It's just, but we're trying to kind of corner this market. I think loyal Beachbody fans will, like be curious about it. I was talking to my husband about it tonight. Like, I'm just so curious who are going to be these people that will pay for, obviously, I think we're making it way cheaper than Peloton. And so that's our competitive edge with that. But anyways, on the 20th, if you want to learn more about it and just see what it's all about, there will be a Diesel Nation call on that. So again, that's why we're doing these calls every other week, you guys, so that we can have the training calls that we need to, and then log on to our team calls on Thursdays. But anyways, well, I'm glad you guys are all here tonight. That's all, by all the announcements we have. I do want to shout out really quick, Iman. Last month you were our top coach once again. Congrats, girl. Killing it. With your amazing community that you have, Iman. And you just did amazing last month. So way to go. I know that I was kind of struggling last month too. Elizabeth, who else hit Success Club? I hit it by the skin of my teeth because we got retention points. But did you get the 4 points, Elizabeth, from the 2 girls?
I don't know.
The 2 girls, didn't they sign up?
Yeah. I had 2 girls join last month, but I haven't been keeping track. I've been not keeping track.
Well, I think that you got the 4 points from those girls. And but yeah, way to go, Iman. I just think that it's so cool that you're continuing to just like hype up your girls and just be an example to all of them, and you're still signing these girls up. And now you have Maze. How is she doing? Are you guys running the group together?
Yes, she made her own group to be like a public group, but she's coaching her customers in my private group.
Okay.
Because it's a big group, it's an active group. So instead of having a group just for like 2-3 girls, I told her, we can do like my group as like a team of coaches and all our customers in just one group. Plus I have the materials and the system already ready to help new customers. So we're like a team of coaches in one group now.
Perfect. I love it. So you know what? Collaboration is what it's all about. And that's what I'm hoping we could do here too. So let us know, like just be inviting your girls here too. I know last week you had 2 of your girls on. So just keep it up, Iman, and we're here to support you. So good job, girl. Good job. I want to keep praising you. Anyways, want to welcome Lindsay Cobb to the table. Lindsay, did you do your workout yet?
Girl, it's only 8:20 here.
Oh, okay.
What do
You got
think?
till midnight. You got till midnight.
I'm there with you. I haven't done mine yet either.
All right. So Irene and Lindsay, hook up. You girls should work out.
Yeah.
Irene still needs to eat dinner. So
Yes. I probably won't be eating till like 10 o'clock.
All right. Lindsay's there with you. Well, I'm happy you're here, Lindsay. We're going to turn the time over to our girl, Elizabeth, who has our inspirational message for the evening. Take it away, Elizabeth. I'm going to mute myself.
Awesome. Well, thanks for asking me to share. I love talking about Disney, but I won't be talking about Disney tonight, even though, look like Disney, but talking about dreaming big. And this is as much for me as for you guys. And I'm not going to share too long. Lily just asked me to share like an inspirational quote. But as I was researching Dreaming Big, I found 6 tips I wanted to share with you guys. And I'm glad it's everybody that I know. I feel way more comfortable sharing when it's friends that I know. So I know all you girls, and I'm glad we're on this call tonight. And thank you, Lily, for doing the team calls. I just feel more connected when we're together, and I just feel really encouraged. So I'm going to share with you guys 6 tips on how to dream bigger for your business. And dreaming bigger is really mostly about your mindset. And I didn't realize when I was jumping into this how important keeping your mindset in the right place would play a part in my business. And I'll never forget my first call with Lily. I was scared to death because I didn't know what I was getting in for, but she was talking about dreaming big and what would this do for me? And what would these paychecks do for me? And what is a big aspiration? And one of the things for me was Hawaii. I wanted to go to Hawaii. I wanted to go, but it was like unattainable. And that was my big dream. And so I'm going to share as I share some of these tips kind of about pivoting your dreams a little bit too as life goes on. But the very first tip I have is cultivate confidence. So to achieve big things, you have to believe you can. And I've had more than one conversation with Lily about having a negative mindset and how I feel like I can't. And she's like, Elizabeth, you have to believe you can. So to get this boost, you have to remember a time that you succeeded at something. So last month, I'm pretty sure I didn't hit Success Club. I already mentioned I didn't keep track, but I have to remember that there was a time that I hit 20 points or 26 points in a month. And when you remember that time, it sets your mind to believe that you can do those hard things. And if you're having a hard time cultivating that confidence, you have to look to others who are achieving what you want and go, you know what, if they can do it, what's the difference between some of these girls and me? There's nothing. We can do it too. So the second one I have is face your fear of failure. And this is probably one of the hardest ones for me when it comes to achieving my dreams, is I have to put myself in that place of being uncomfortable and saying yes when it's scary. And when I first started in this business, I said yes to a lot of hard things and pushed myself outside of my comfort zone. And it was really scary, but that's when I saw the most movement in my business, was when I pushed myself and when I pushed past that fear of failure. And I think I hold myself back sometimes because I don't want to fail. And I don't know if any of you guys are like that too. But if you want to do something big, the fear can be intense. And you get that question of like, what if I fail? Like, what if I'm not going to make it? So you have to work on your growth mindset. And that's when personal development and your faith comes into play. And stepping out your comfort zone is key, even though it's scary. I know that's where the growth comes from. And if you're complacent and you're just doing things that are comfortable, you're not ever going to reach the dreams that you want to reach. And then on the flip side of that, my third tip is the fear of success. What if we fear success? Success can feel like we're the odd one out in our family and can be really scary. What if we get too much attention for what we're doing? What if I post these pictures? Or what if I post, my workout and I get too much attention? And what if I make it? Those can be a thing that we have to work through too. Now, the fun stuff, number 4, is use your imagination. And this is one thing that Lily has done really well with me anyway. I've heard her talk about this a lot, about visualizing your success, putting it in the forefront, writing it down, mapping out your downline and seeing what it looks like to reach diamond. Start visualizing the different possible outcomes that may be following your dreams. Maybe it's a big trip, putting it on a vision board, putting it on the backdrop of your phone so that it's like something you see every time you lift up your phone. But try to be really mindful of how would it feel if you reach those goals, and then write it down, because we're more likely to achieve the goals that we set for ourselves if we write it down. And then number 5 is find meaning. So many of us get stuck on a path towards small dreams or the wrong dream because often we've not deeply explored what really matters. And I mentioned about that trip to Hawaii. I've had to pivot a few of my dreams because of COVID. Like I couldn't go to Hawaii because of COVID, even though I earned it with Beachbody. I saved up all of my checks and I was going to take my family. I had booked the trip. We had never gone. It was like the biggest dream of my life. Another dream I had to pivot was the Success Club trip. When I first signed up, I was like, I want to earn that trip. And Lily's like, you're going to do it. If you hit Success Club, you're going to do it. And I did. I earned it. And then the rug got pulled out. And it was like, okay, all right, am I going to keep working towards my dreams with Beachbody, even though that dream is no longer there? So having to pivot your dreams or change them, and then also exploring what really matters. So I was researching, and it shows that these things give us meaning where sometimes our dreams may not, like Hawaii or a Success Club trip, but positive relationships with other people, self-acceptance, personal growth, and life purpose. So the last tip I have, and probably my favorite, is to enjoy the process, to enjoy the journey. So to get to those dreams, what are you doing in the process? Those small daily tasks. You have to find joy in the journey, or you're never going to reach those amazing dreams that you've set out for yourself. So we've envisioned them, we've dreamed them, we're facing failure, we're facing success. Maybe we're pivoting them and coming up with bigger or better dreams, or even smaller dreams that are more obtainable. But if we're not enjoying the process, what's the point if you're just doing mundane tasks that don't mean anything? So when it comes to Beachbody and using that to reach my dreams, having a relationship with you guys is important to me. Having relationships with my customers and having challenge groups where I know I'm making a difference because I'm making their lives healthier makes a difference. Focusing on my self-worth and my personal growth and having a life purpose makes a difference. But if you're just doing the mundane tasks, it just kind of falls flat. So finding joy in that journey, I think, is really key to reach our dreams. So That's all I have to share. I just wanted to share 6 quick tips with you guys as I was researching. And I just thought this is a good reminder for me too, that as I'm sharing, I'm not sharing from like a place of excellence or, I'm at the top sharing with you guys, but just as I'm in the journey too, I just thought these were really helpful. So hopefully they're helpful for you guys tonight too.
Of course they are. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
I remember that Hawaii trip and what a big deal it was. First of all, I remember our Success Club trip, and that was just like, I couldn't believe we were gonna go. You earned it. It was so amazing, and I hate COVID for taking that joy away from us. But then the Hawaii trip, like you saved your paychecks. I was so proud of you, and it was gonna be like I already visualized like your family there, and what were you gonna share about it, and that was really, really cool. So I believe you'll get to like relive that soon, hopefully. And we're not gonna let COVID stop you from your dreams. But I loved the one that you said just about having like fear of success. Sometimes we fear that success, or maybe we focus on all the things like, well, if I'm too successful, I'll be too busy, and we kind of like limit ourselves rather than like thinking about all the good things that can come from it. And I love also remembering what you used to have, and I think that's pretty like a lot of us here, we once were like living in our heydays, and then life kind of like took a turn. And but you know what, I want you to know that I'm right there with you girls too. Like I remember but you know what, I do want to share something, that times have just changed, you guys. And that's kind of like the scary part about what we do, that back in the day, and I know Lindsay could attest to this, like we would just be like, join me, post our transformation picture, and like that's it. We had like boom, 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 boom. Lindsay was hitting SC 20, 10, like nothing, and same with me. And then it just kind of stopped. But I wanted to share something with you girls, that I hired a virtual assistant. And I literally put a call to action, like click here if you want to join my next challenge. And I had one person, click on it. And then when I go to her, she literally clicks on everything and never responds. So I'm like, well, consider that a 0. But my virtual assistant has been inviting people for me. And I have like over 50 something leads, you guys, of people saying, sure, send me info.
That's awesome.
If that isn't like testament that times are changing and that people are no longer reaching out to us, I don't know what is. Lindsay, what were you going to say?
I want to know what your assistant is sending. Like what's that process?
Okay, I can even.
I mean, I don't want to derail your call, but I'm like, okay, are they just reaching out to people who've liked your things like for you, so you don't have to deal with it?
Correct. So what she's doing is gave her like a number, like, because she's only working 2 hours a day, Monday through Friday. I said, invite 50 people who watch my stories. But then I tell her, if you see that I've invited them before, then send this message. If you see that I've never messaged them before, send this message. And I kind of just trained her, like, if you see that I sent them a price image, then send them hey, is now a better time? I know we spoke about this in the past, and she'll send that message. So she's sending that. She's also liking and following and commenting. And I've literally gotten new followers, guys. I've probably gotten, which again, we all know that's different too. Growing your Instagram page is super hard, but she's doing that as well. So I had an idea. Even though you guys, this is an option. Literally, you can find virtual assistants that it's not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money at all, even just to get that going. So now what am I doing? All the follow-ups. I'm messaging people. I'm having conversations, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's kind of like deciding that you're going to hire the cleaning lady because you just can't get it together. And then you finally hire her and you want to like kiss her feet when she's done, because you're like, oh my gosh, it feels like you're cheating the system kind of. And that's how I feel. But guys, I needed this because I was kind of just like paralyzed. And maybe that's some of you girls right now that you know you need to change, you know you need to do something different, but you just can't bring yourself to do it. That was me every day with my business. Some of you just need to announce a challenge group. Some of you need to just like reach out to more people, but you're just not doing it. So here's my little suggestion. If hiring someone isn't an option, if you really like want to do this, you girls could even team up with each other and just say, girl, send them for me. I'll do yours, you do mine. Because the reason why you're not sending yours is because you're not sending yours because you're overthinking. You're like, oh, that's my husband's coworker's wife. Literally, she sent an invite to my husband's receptionist. I would have never written her because I'm like, no, that's his receptionist, or like his front. Like, I'm just not going to go there. She signed up yesterday, guys. I would have not sent an invite to her. Okay. So this is rocking my world right now.
Wow.
And what I want you girls to do is you guys can team up and be each other's virtual assistants. Because for me, I had the time. I did. How many of you do have the time? You could do at least 30 minutes or an hour of dedicated to your business. You have the time, but you're just not making the time. Well, what if you went in with another coach and said, girl, you send mine, I send yours. And you just literally do that. And you just set a number. You could just say, I'm going to send 20 for you. You send 20 for me. And girls, that's an idea that I have. It just literally came to me right now. But, or even if it's not a teammate, what if you just told, you know, your husband, babe, right now, go. Everyone who viewed my story, send this message for me. And you just had him do it. Because it's the not thinking about it that is what's going to get you to take action. This has lit me up. I'm like, oh my gosh, right now, let's just look. She started sending invites right now.
So does she log into your Instagram? Like, she has your password, whatever, and then you pay her hourly to do, like, you have a set thing that you quote unquote expect. This is what I want done every hour. And if that's done, you get paid for that hour kind of deal, or what?
I give her, these are the things that I need to do. She's even going to post to my challenge group starting, I'm giving her this stuff to post. Another thing that I just don't get around to, right? So she's going to do that for me. Look right now, look at my inbox, guys, hold on. Whatever, the point is I have messages here. All of these are unread. I haven't read these. So I've got action. I got people, look right here. Yes, tell me more. Yes, please. Nobody was clicking on my crap. Okay.
So you tell her to go in and send these, and then you say, if they respond, I'll take care of them.
Right.
Or,
yes, I'm interacting with everybody. I'm messaging with everybody.
she's just starting the conversation for you.
Exactly. And yes, people are saying yes. So what I can do for you girls is I will send, maybe I'll put it in the team page so you could always look it up. I'm going to tell you exactly the invite that I'm sending, the follow-up, and also anyone who likes or comments on my post, she's sending them like a, hey, thank you. I've noticed we've never worked together. And that's what she put. That's what listen to the script. It's super like, hey, I just noticed you followed my page and we have never worked together before in one of my fitness or nutrition challenges. Would it be okay if I sent you details on how I help you as a coach? That's it. Super simple. Hello, yes, please. I've never messaged this girl before. That was a first time message. Can't even see it, but first time message. So I wasn't reaching out to, and she got that message because she's watching my stories. So girls, let's get the ball rolling. I feel like if you guys are in paralysis, I get it because I was there and I wish I could tell you like, okay, just do this. But like, to me, this is what I needed. Even if it was a temporary thing, you guys, that you are serious, like, you know what, guys, I'm paying her $6 an hour, $6 an hour. So if you feel like, you know what, I'm going to.
Is this like a teenager? Like where are you finding this?
In the Philippines, and it's $3,000. What I paid her $70 and it was 30, like almost $4,000 in her money. So there are options. One of my other friends just went to, even if my girl doesn't have availability, one of my other friends just went to Fiverr and she's like, Lily, I found 3 Spanish Beachbody coaches. You could literally, Fiverr, Fiverr, and you could find Beachbody virtual assistant. And she's like, there were so many. So I would definitely ask for references. My girl works for Anita Myron as well. So I was like, I don't even need a reference. You work for Anita. So just an option, you guys. If you really, I feel like I want to keep going with this business. I want it to grow. I know the potential. So that's just what I did. Even if you got the ball rolling and decided, you know what, I'm going to invest $100 in my business, hire someone really quick to get this ball rolling for me, and then you can go from there. You know, even if it's like I spent my whole paycheck, this made no sense. But if you have like 50 leads that you can keep following up, that might be worth it, guys. So, okay, let's say you're not there. You're like, I'm not. Think about collaborating with another coach that's at your same level, or think about having your husband do it for you. Just really quick, tell him, babe, send these messages. I can't even look right now. Send this message. So again, girls, I'm going to give you the exact message that I'm sending. And if you want to resurrect your business, guys, if you still want this, but you've just been paralyzed, this is your chance to just take action. It's super simple too. It's really simple, guys, because all she did was she didn't overthink. She just went pa 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 pa, which Elizabeth, you know all about that. You were doing that before, just like closing your eyes and sending out these invites. So yeah, let's just support each other in that. I'm even down to like create a chat, like whoever's serious about this and wants to do it, we can egg each other on, and we could be like, all right, I'm serious about this, like let's do this. And you know, I'll be more than happy to share any information with you guys as well. But yeah, girls, this got me really hyped up. So it just got me thinking, you know, sometimes I've been hearing all of the gurus and business people say, hire help, hire help. Now this was comfortable enough that I could do it. $6 an hour. You know, maybe if it was $20 an hour, it'd be like, oh, it would have been a little harder. But this was a godsend for me because it was $6. I'm like, okay, I can do that. I can do $6. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that, but I understand why they say it. I understand why they say hire the help even when you can't afford it, because this is, I mean, I'm shocked. I'm just shocked with the amount of leads that I'm getting when I was getting zero. Okay? So don't feel hopeless if you're like, no one's doing anything. Like I get 1,000 story views or more, and I was getting 0 leads, okay? So just know that it's not you. Times have just changed, okay? There's like so much out there. People need personal, and that's why when you end up in their DM, they will feel more connected to you than some random girl that, you know, they saw their Instagram challenge or whatever. So anyways, is that cool or what? But yeah, girls, so feel free to ask me questions about that. Another thing I'm doing this month, this Saturday, I've teamed up with another local coach, and we're just doing these booty boot camps. That is just something entirely just like it's a labor of love. We just want to like try to create community. So again, just being proactive, kind of like, man, I wish I could, like, I wish there was this or that. And then just creating it, like not waiting for somebody else to do it or for, you know, this event to pop up, and just like doing it ourselves. So I really love that too. Just being proactive about like whatever you want to see happen, like just do it, start it yourself, you know? Okay, let's take a quick pic. Let me get my Disney here. Ready? 1, 2. Get on there, girls. 3. All right. Thank you, girls. Mwah. Thank you, Elizabeth. That was beautiful.
Thank you, Elizabeth. I appreciate that. That really helps a lot.
Yes. Bye, girls.
Bye.